Is good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Wednesday's Dhamma discussion. Today we will be reading from the Sutta DN30, the marks of a great man. Like a practice to pay homage to the Buddha, we will recite Namo Tassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Now we will start reading from, I will be sharing the screen. We will be reading from the DN30. Sutta friends. Yes, last time we have left with the last three marks of a great man. Also, do you want to read?
No, I don't like reading.
Fine. I will be reading. A large white tongue, the voice of great Brahma, as sweet as Puravika bird's call. Monks, in some past lives, the Buddha was reborn as a human being. He refrained from harsh speech. He spoke soft, kind words, pleasing to the ear, lovely, going to the heart, polite, likable, and agreeable to many people. Due to performing those deeds, he was reborn in heaven. When he passed away from there and was reborn here as a human, he obtained these two marks. He has a large white tongue and the voice of great Brahma, as sweet as Purvika bird's call. Possessing these marks, this great man continues to leave the place. He becomes a universal king. And what does he obtain as a king? He has a trustworthy voice. His words are trusted by people, treasury officials, military officers, guardsmen, ministers, counselors, tax beneficiaries, and princes. That's what he obtains as king. And what does he obtain as the Buddha? He has a trustworthy voice. His words are trusted by monks, nuns, laywomen, gods, humans, asuras, nagas, and gandhapas. That's what he obtained as the Buddha. That is what the Buddha said. On this, it was said, he never spoke a harsh word. He never insulting or nor quarrelsome, nor harmful, rude words, nor crushing the people. His speech was sweet, helpful, and kind. He uttered words dear to the mind, going to the heart, pleasing to the ear, enjoyed the fruit of his good verbal conduct, experienced the fruit of his good deeds in heaven. Having experienced that fruit, On his return to here, he acquired the voice of great Brahma. His tongue was long and wide, and his speech was trustworthy. Even as a universal king, his speech brings prosperity. But if that man becomes Buddha, speaking often to the people, they will be convinced by his beneficial words. These are the words of a these are of a great man where he has a large white tongue, the voice of a great Brahma as it as Kurvika words cover. It was known that when Buddha was in past life, he refrained from harsh speech. He spoke soft, kind words, pleasing to the ear, lovely, going to the heart, polite, likable, and agreeable to many people. Due to performing these deeds, he was born in heaven, and when he passed away from there, he was reborn as a human. He obtained these two marks that he has a large white tongue and the voice of a great Brahma, as sweet as Guruvika's bird call. And possessing these marks, if he becomes a universal king, he is a trustworthy voice. He is trusted by people and all the all the officers. And when he obtains as a Buddha, what he obtains as Buddha is a trustworthy voice, trusted by monks, linans, laymen, laywomen, lay gods, women, asuras, nagas, and gandharvas. That's what he obtains as the Buddha. And next quality, I would like to pass for 1 minute. Next quality of the Buddha being a lion-like strong jaw. Monks in some past life, the Buddha was reborn as a human being. He refrained from talking nonsense. His words were timely, true, and meaningful, in line with good things and discipline. He said things at the he said things at the right time which were valuable, reasonable, to the point, and beneficial. Due to performing those deeds, he was reborn in heaven. When he passed away from there and was reborn here as human, he obtained this mark. His strong jaw is like that of a lion. Possessing this mark, this great man continues to live in this palace. He becomes a universal king. And what does he obtain as a king? He can be destroyed by any human foe or enemy. That's what he obtains as a king. And what does he obtain as the Buddha? He can be destroyed by any foe or enemy, whether internal or external, nor by greed, hate, or delusion, nor by any ascetic or god, or Mara, or any Brahma, or by anyone in the world. That's what he obtains as the Buddha. That is what the Buddha said. On this it is said, neither senseless or silly, his way of speaking was never used. He eliminated what was useless and spoke for the welfare and happiness of the people. Doing so, he passed from here to be reborn in heaven, where he enjoyed the fruit of good karma well done. Passing away on his return to the human world, He gained a jaw like that of strongest of beasts. He becomes a universal king, so very hard to defeat. A mighty lord and ruler of people. He is equal to the best gods, like Sakka, the strongest of gods. If he is reborn among humans with that good karma, he is not beaten by any non-human. Gandhabas, Asuras, spirits, monsters, or gods in the quarters and in between. This is a quality called as a lion like a strong jaw. When Buddha was was in past life, he was refrained from talking nonsense, and his words were timely, true, and meaningful, in line with good things and discipline. Because of this performing his deed, he was reborn in heaven, and when he passed away from there, he was reborn as a human with this quality. This strong jaw is like that of a lion. It was said that if he becomes a universal king, he can be destroyed by any human or foe or enemy. But if he obtain as a Buddha, he can be destroyed as enemy, internal or external, like the internal here being greed, hate, or delusion. That is what the Buddha said. This is a very great quality where being a quality of refraining from talking nonsense and timely, true, and meaningful has made this strong mark of strong jaw. Next, last quality which we will be discussing in this great marks of it is even white teeth. Monks in some past lives, the Buddha was reborn as human being. He gave up wrong livelihood and earned a living by right livelihood. He refrained from faking weights, metals or measures, bribery, fraud, cheating, duplicity, injury, murder, kidnapping, robbery, smuggling, and violence. Due to performing, accumulating, heaping up, and amassing those deeds after death, he was reborn in human heaven. There he surpassed the other gods in 10 respects: divine lifespan, beauty, happiness, fame, power, sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches. When he passed away from there and was reborn here as a human, he obtained these two marks. His teeth are even and perfectly white. Possessing these marks, if this great man continues to live in a palace, he becomes a universal king, a righteous and disciplined king. His dominion extends to all four sides across all seas. He achieves stability in the whole world. He possesses the seven treasures. He has the following seven treasures: the wheel treasure, elephant treasure, horse treasure, jewel treasure, the human treasure, the householder treasure, the counselor as the seventh treasure. He has over 1,000 sons who are brave and heroic and are able to defeat the armies of enemies. After conquering this earth, surrounded by oceans, free of harassment by thieves, successful and prosperous, safe, blessed, and untroubled, he rules righteously without using weapons. And what does he obtain as a king? The assembly of followers is pure. This includes people, treasury officials, military officials, guardsmen, ministers, counselors, tax beneficiaries, and princes. That's what he obtains as a king. But if he becomes a monk, he will be a fully enlightened Buddha who tears the wheel of ignorance apart. And what does he obtain as the Buddha? His assembly of followers is pure. This includes monks, nuns, laymen, laywomen, gods, humans, asuras, nagas, and gandhapas. That's what he obtains as a Buddha. That is what the Buddha said. On this it is said. He abandoned wrong livelihood and created a way of life that's fair, pure, righteous, eliminated what was useless, and lead for the welfare and happiness of the people. Having done what's praised by the clever, the wise, and the good, that man experienced the fruit in heaven, equal to the best in Tavatimsa heaven, enjoyed himself with pleasure and entertainment. From there, he passed back to human life with the ripening of remaining fruit of good karma. He obtained teeth that are even, gleaming, bright and white. Many wise mark readers gathered and predicted. With teeth so even, so white, so clean and bright, his assembly of followers will be so pure. As a universal king, his people will also be pure. When he rules, having conquered this earth so broad, they won't harm the kingdom, but will live for the welfare and happiness of the people. But if he leaves the human life, home life, he will be the Buddha free of illness and fatigue. His defilements burned, the wheel of ignorance torn apart, rid of suffering and weariness. He sees with wisdom this world and the next. Those who follows his instructions, both lay and monastic, shake off evil, impure and blameworthy. He is surrounded by pure people who remove completely defilements, reality, sin, and negativities. Lakkhaṇa Sutta is finished. The last quality which is being emphasized is even white teeth. It was said that when the quality which was uh, beside this quality is in past he gave up Buddha gave up wrong livelihood and live right livelihood, and in summary it was said that he was living a way of life that is fair, pure and righteous, eliminated that what was useful and lived for welfare and the happiness of people. And because of this quality, when he was born in Tavatimsa, equal to the Tavatimsa heaven, where he was enjoyed himself with pleasure and entertainment. With the ripening of remaining fruit, he will obtain this quality called having a teeth that are even gleaming bright and white. It was said that when he becomes a universal king with this quality, he will also be pure. His people will also be pure. He rules having conquered this earth so broad. And when he leaves, obtains as a Buddha, he will be free of illness and fatigue, and his defilements burned, and wheel of ignorance torn apart. This is the major thing, ignorance being torn apart, and rid of suffering and weariness. He sees with wisdom this world and the next. This is the end of the great marks which we have read. These are the great marks. And this being the longest sutta we have finished today. And this sutta made us to remember about the qualities of Buddha, which Buddha has done in the past. Here, here are these are the qualities which we have read. These are the total 32 qualities of the Buddha. Now we will be reading some two other suttas which we will be covering. I will be sharing the screen. Yes, I'm sharing the screen. These are the suttas from Aṅguttara Nikāya. Mendicants, I do not see a single thing that when it's not developed like this is a unworkable as a mind, as an undeveloped mind is unworkable. This is about the mind related suttas, where it was saying that Buddha is telling that I do not see a single thing that when it's not developed like this is an unworkable as the mind. Buddha is directly, indirectly saying that an undeveloped mind is unworkable. And similar sutta, mendicants, I do not see a single thing that when it is developed like this is a workable as a mind. Buddha is saying that a developed mind is workable. Mendicants, I do not see a single thing that when it's not developed like this is so very harmful as the mind. That is, Buddha is saying that an undeveloped mind is very harmful. Mendicants, I do not see a single thing that when it is developed like this is so very beneficial as the developed mind. A developed mind is very beneficial. Mendicants, I do not see a single thing that when it's not developed with such untapped potential is so very harmful as the mind. An undeveloped mind with untapped potential is very harmful. Mendicants, I do not see a single thing that when it is developed with the potential realized is so very beneficial as the mind. That is, a developed mind with potential realized is very beneficial. Like these are the thing where Buddha is telling about to develop the mind, cultivate the mind for wholesomeness. And similar, mendicants, I do not see a single thing that when it's not developed and cultivated is so very harmful as the mind. A mind undeveloped and uncultivated is very harmful. Like it is a combination of developed, cultivated, beneficial. The three things with our changing, like undeveloped, uncultivated is very harmful. Developed, cultivated is beneficial. Undeveloped, uncultivated, the three factors which are being taken care here. Like in last thing, an undeveloped and uncultivated mind brings suffering. And a developed and cultivated mind brings happiness, like we all require. And happiness, we are, every being wants happiness. The other day, it was a discussion that even non-human beings wants to be in, like birds and everybody. It can, we can say that a developed and cultivated mind brings happiness. Therefore, we need to cultivate and develop our mind. And and the other suttas, like other suttas, 10 suttas, which we will be reading, mendicants, I do not see a single thing that when it's not tamed is so very harmful as the mind. A wild mind is very harmful. It is also talking about the mind. A wild mind is very harmful, I say. Similarly, a tamed mind is very beneficial. Tamed mind is trained mind, like who practices the meditation, who knows what is what. A tamed mind is very beneficial. And next one is an unguarded mind is very harmful. Like unguarded means not having any control over essential sense being sensuality. We can call it as unguarded mind. It is harmful. A guarded mind is very beneficial in the sense one who guards senses, one who knows what to do, what not to do. And next, an unprotected mind is very harmful. Unprotected. If we do not protect our mind, it is very harmful. Like having a thoughts of ill will is very harmful. A protected mind is very beneficial. An unrestrained mind is very harmful. A restrained mind is very beneficial. I think in here, restrained and unrestrained is like following the precepts. Maybe we may be calling as restrained mind. I will also check about this. In mendicants, I do not see a single thing that when it is not tamed, guarded, protected, and restrained is so very harmful as the mind. An untamed, unguarded, unprotected, unstrained mind is very harmful. And finally, a tamed, guarded, protected, and restrained mind is very beneficial. And all are similar meaning, we can say, like a guarded, guarded, protected, and restrained mind is very beneficial. We will see other translation also so that we can understand whether the meaning which is being spelled here. We'll see Tanisaro Bhikkhu. The mind when untamed leads to a great harm. The mind when tamed leads to great benefit. Here also they have mentioned has same tamed, unguarded, unprotected, protected, unrestrained, restrained, untamed, unguarded, unprotected, unrestrained. I will find the meaning of these things from Bhante. And that's all we have planned for reading this. And Paul sir, do you want to share something?
Yes, I found all those words very similar in meaning.
Yes, yes. Yes, I will ask Bhante the meaning of it.
All right, yeah. The previous ones, what's a workable mind or a developed mind?
Yes, I am sharing the screen. This is
what's a cultivated mind?
This is actually here everyone like this Tanisaros Bhikkhu has translated as a single thing, whereas the other translation Bhikkhu Sujato has translated as wild. We will see back unworkable. Sorry, unworkable.
Yeah,
Unworkable.
Yeah.
I think
know what that
it is
means.
very like we can relate to here like an undeveloped mind is unworkable. We can say that if one does not cultivate anything, definitely his mind is unworkable. What we can say. Developed mind, and it is here it is talking about unworkable, workable. Very harmful, very beneficial. Undeveloped and untapped potential. Untapped potential is like we are capable enough, but we have not yet started practicing it. Tapped potential, untapped potential. We can relate in that way. And undeveloped and uncultivated mind is very harmful. Like very, these sentences are very inspiring in the sense that they relate to a quote also.
Yeah.
A developed and cultivated mind is very beneficial. An undeveloped and uncultivated mind brings suffering.
So what does cultivated mean? Developed.
Cultivated in the sense what I mean is like if some student practices meditation and he follows the precepts. What I meant is he follows the noble eightfold path. We can call it as a cultivated mind.
Right.
A developed and cultivated mind brings happiness.
Yeah.
Really, it has a very broader meaning, in depth, in detail meaning it has.
Thank you.
Yes. I will ask the meaning. You can share the email ID of you in chat box so that I can email or WhatsApp you. Yes.
Okay.
you can email or you can share the number so that I can share. I will ask the Bante about this tamed, guarded, protected, restrained mind.
My email address.
Yes.
Where is it?
Yes. Now I think we can share the merit. I will share the screen. I think we can all read together the sharing merit. May suffering once be suffering free. May tears struck fearless be. May the grieving shed all grief, and may all beings find relief. And may all beings share this merit that we have thus acquired for the acquisition of all kinds of
happiness.
beings inhabiting space and depth, devas and nagas, mighty power, share this merit of us. May they long protect the Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu. Wishing all happiness to all. Thanking you for joining the session.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Gopinath sir. Thank you, Paul sir.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.